guys, so new review for you guys there to the upcoming A24 film, The Green Knight. This film has easily been one of my most anticipated releases for a very long time. It's had so many delays like many films have had in the past, so I'm really glad that we're finally actually getting this in theaters this weekend. In case you didn't know, The Green Knight is a retelling of the famous medieval story of Sir Gawain as he embarks on a daring quest, taking on various types of threats along the way to confront the Green Knight. Some of you actually may be surprised to find out that I'm actually like a big fan of the knight genre, if you will, A Knight's Tale, The Seventh Seal, Kingdom of Heaven, stuff like that. Like some of that, I just really like. It's just my jam. We just don't get a lot of really good stuff in that subgenre in Hollywood, especially in recent years, which is part of why I'm so excited to talk about The Green Knight, because there's just so much to love about this film. The way that the story is crafted, it's very easy to get lost in the journey of this film, as with each chapter of this hero's journey, you have this unwavering feeling of impending doom and suspense and mystery going on, and it's just really entrancing to watch unfold on the screen. I really like David Lowery's approach here to the hero's journey story. It is quite an unconventional path to take with The Green Knight. As within this film, we kind of deconstruct what it means to be a heroic figure, with Dev Patel's character going on this quest for honor, but we really do peel back the layers of his character as he encounters all these various different obstacles and characters along his journey, and each one seems to take its toll on him. Another huge standout for this film actually are the visuals. The visuals of this film, the cinematography, is probably some of the best stuff that I've seen so far this year in 2021. It's fantastic. It's breathtaking. So many shots in this film are just gorgeous to look at. Some sequences just looking like works of art. The fantasy elements at play here, I think David Lowery does a fantastic job playing with the fantasy elements of the story that's based on. I mean, as a fan of fantasy, how can you not like things like characters talking to giants and having like accompanying little foxes that talk with them? I mean, that's amazing. And all of these breathtaking shots are accompanied by this fantastic score. I don't think the score is going to be talked about enough, but it really should, because it is so hauntingly beautiful and perfectly encompasses the mood and tone of the film. The performances across the board in The Green Knight I think are fantastic, but some of them do stand out a little bit more. Dev Patel, I think he's such a fantastic actor. I think he is quite underrated. We don't really talk about him too much when it comes to the top leading men in Hollywood, but he really commands the screen in The Green Knight with this leading role. Just his screen presence alone is very magnetic, and it really does help you get encompassed in the film with his character on this journey. And also, he just looks really good, so if you're like thirsting for some Dev Patel, I think The Green Knight is the perfect, appropriate film to watch. Even outside of Dev Patel's character, I think that Alicia Vikander also is a great role. She definitely adds a little bit of intrigue with this performance. I also think it's pretty cool that she actually plays multiple roles in the film without giving too much away. But we have some great supporting characters as well. Barry Keoghan, Joel Edgerton, Aaron Kellyman. Also, Ralph Ineson as the Green Knight himself. That man just has like one of the best voices in Hollywood. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, he's also in The Witch, a couple other things along the way, Game of Thrones. But every time that guy just speaks, I am just like pulled in, just creepy, just scary voice. But yet it is so entrancing to listen to. Even if it would be kind of haunting, I would just love to have his voice be like my GPS. Like, I just think his voice is so cool. One big thing I could definitely see being divisive about the film is actually the pacing of the film. It is a little over 2 hours long, and it does take its time. It is a very slow burn, slow paced kind of film, which is something that we've seen before in the past with David Lowery, as he did stuff like A Ghost Story. However, especially with the way that the film is being marketed and the way that the trailers are edited, kind of led to be believed that this film is like full of action, like you've seen before in like a King Arthur and some of the other Arthurian legends that we've seen on the screen that are very action heavy. This film is really not that action heavy. There's really not a ton of it to be had here. When we do get it, I do think it is some fantastic action, but I could see a lot of the mainstream audiences, especially because of the way that the trailers are edited together, they're going to be disappointed when they leave because they're expecting this big kind of like giant all-out brawl kind of film, which is kind of the marketing's fault. It's not really the film's fault, but it's still kind of something I'm worried about when it goes into the mainstream audiences with these A24 films. Yeah, overall, I had a pretty good time with The Green Knight. I think it is a very bold and unconventional way to tell an Arthurian tale that we've seen done before over the years. I do think you should check this out on the big screen if possible. Just kind of temper your expectations when it comes to comparing what you see in the trailers and what you're going to actually get in the film. It is not super action heavy, but I do think you're going to get entranced by the story if you do give it a chance and kind of let the story unfold in the way that it's being told. It's very impressive here what David Lowery's managed to craft with this film. He has such an interesting career as a director because, of course, in the past he's done Pete's Dragon, A Ghost Story, now The Green Knight, and then the next movie he's doing is the Peter Pan and Wendy movie for Disney. So, very interesting career path. I think that's going to make me more excited for Peter and Wendy. Of course, it is Disney, so I have to temper my expectations. It's going to be very different, but I'm excited to see what you guys think about The Green Knight when it hits theaters this weekend. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the film. Let me know in the comments down below, are you looking forward to The Green Knight? And if you do get a chance to check it out, make sure you share your thoughts down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Where would you rank this among the A24 films? Is it top tier for you, middle tier, one of your worst? Either way, share your thoughts down below. It's part of the fun of this, having a discussion with you guys down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for sharing my reviews, though. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like it, the subscribe button. Okay, to make movies, reactions, unboxing, and more on the channel. Next time, I'll see you guys later.